Hello and welcome to this late morning taste challenge. I have two 40% alcohol single malt Scotch whiskies. This is Glen Moray, the Elgin Classic. Now it has a new name, but same thing. There's the Glen Moray Distillery from years ago. Established 1897. Elgin Classic, the Glen Moray Distillery. Now they call this part of their Explorer series, I think. This was back when it was part of their Classic series. You know, these liquor companies always changing everything. Yeah, they sell it at Walmart. When I bought it, it was $24.99. Now it's a good deal higher, but I'm glad I got it when it was a lot cheaper. It's got an interesting bottle shaped like a copper pot still. A Glen Moray Elgin Classic, slowly matured in traditional oak casks, imported by Prestige Wine and Spirits Group, Princeton, Missouri, and they have a lot of products. If you look at Prestige Beverage Group, Glen Moray Distillery, Elgin, Scotland. Okay, that's what I call it, Elgin Classic. That's the town where it's located. The capital of Speyside. This is a Speyside whiskey. I'm going to put it on silent. Somebody asked me what kind of bread I had. They want to give me some bread. I got bread. Okay. So I should have put it on silent before, because people have a tendency to only call me if I'm doing something. Like if I'm bored and I'm sitting here saying, "Oh, wish somebody would call me," which I never say that. They don't call. But if I start doing something, I'll get all kind of calls. What's your favorite Bugs Bunny movie? I don't. Okay. These both have cork, real cork, meaningless, but they have it. Pour too much. Well, not too much, but a little too much. A little bit too much. Trying to nurse these along and not waste. I'm telling you right now, I'm trying to use as little as possible. But I mean, you do have to use enough to get a taste for it. I'm not saying to be a fanatic about it, but I would like to use less than more. Let's put it like that. I think it's going to follow. So, is there a difference in appearance? Definitely, clearly. Look, the Elgin Classic is so pale, like straw. I don't think there's any caramel coloring added to this one. No, I don't believe that. That is pale. This one is unusually dark. So could the rum cask do that to it? Maybe, but I doubt it. It might add a little color, but I don't think it's gonna make it that dark. I think they're adding caramel coloring, but I can't prove it, but I just think so. Okay, let's look at the website for Glen Moray, because there is no Trader Joe's website for this Trader Joe's whiskey. Our classic single malt. Light, smooth, and fruity, our classic is the perfect introduction to the world of single malt Scotch whiskey. I agree with that. They have a new label now. Mine's a little older. They got this slant on it now. And indeed, Speyside itself is loved for, skip part, encapsulating the flavors for which Glen Moray and Speyside itself is loved for around the world. Approachable and easy to drink and matured entirely in American oak casks. That is important. Our classic opens the door to discovering the rest of Glen Moray's whiskeys. Color, light gold, and then so far, I'm not going to read all that. You can read that as you feel fit to read it. They make a lot of different whiskeys. If you look at their collection, it's enormous. So we could never even attempt to go into all of that. They did go out of business for a while. It's not that unusual of a occurrence. So you can read about the history as you will choose to or not choose to. You can go on a tour. It's very old. Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5. The end of this month. And then during it's closed on Saturday and Sunday. Seems I'd be keen on that. So people like to go there. People like to visit. I mean, if I went to Scotland, yeah, visit a distillery, no doubt about it. Liquor enthusiast says, "Good morning, RJT. That sure was a short Irish whiskey challenge competition." You talking about the one that went 40 minutes? Oh wait, that was Scotch. Oh, you're talking about the series? Okay, yeah. I mean, confused. Oh no, that one I had a lot. That was like 17. There was like 17 challenges or 16. Yeah. I think there was 16, but I didn't post one of them. I removed because I had doubled up accidentally. I actually double reviewed. I did the tealing twice, but I got it correct twice. But yeah, it was like 16 or 17. It wasn't quick. I don't have many Irish whiskeys to compare. I have a pretty good amount. It may not. Why are you writing in all capital letters? It was a lot. But now we're on single malt Scotch, and I have a pretty good amount of single malt, and it'll probably be something like 17. And then we're going into blended Scotch. Oh, there we go. Yeah, thank you. There we go, because it's like trying to read like I have a lot of blended Scotch. Man, Winn-Dixie had some sales this morning. I should have never gone to their liquor section because it started making me think about stuff. And I was like, the last thing I need is more liquor. That is not a joke. But they had Black Velvet Canadian whiskey, a very well-known brand. And it's even its own distillery. There's a Black Velvet distillery in Canada, no joke. But they probably do a lot of other products for contract. But a handle, big bottle for $11.99. That would last the rest of my life, I think. But I didn't need it. I said, nah. I was talking to myself, not out loud, haven't gone mad yet. But I was thinking, there's a lot more Canadian whiskeys I want to dip into, and I've done this twice, so I just skipped it. I did skip it. I was tempted, but I want to try that Black Velvet Reserve 10-year age. I did the 8, which really honestly wasn't that great, but I would like to try the 10. All right, so I've mixed these up very well. So we got a Highland versus a Speyside. Private label, store brand, Trader Joe's, versus an international well-known brand, Glen Moray. That's kind of strong in the nose. I don't think that's the Elgin Classic, which is so delicate. Oh, now that's delicate. It smelled like dough, like whiskey dough, dough whiskey. Spicy even. Oh, age in American oak cask. All of it. I got to put that in my notes. But if I look right now, I'm gonna glance and see it. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna update my notes. Probably ex bourbon cask. No big deal. Could be ex whiskey cask. Like non-American bourbon, like rye whiskey or corn whiskey. It wouldn't really matter. They said American oak cask. They didn't specify. Taste time cheers. Oh, ain't no way. This is the Elgin Classic. It's too strong in the flavor. A lot of loud oak, a lot of loud raisin and prunes and rum. I think it's coming from the rum cask. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Whoa, you might hate this product. I like it, but you might hate it if you tried it. Dough, sugar, light American oak. So smooth, so like once again, so light. Oh, so demure. That was the word everybody wanted to use about a year ago. That is the Elgin Classic. It is the winner. Oh no, what just happened here? Oh no, what just happened here? Don't be sorry. It's no big deal. This is very bad because this puts me at 2-2. 2 wins, 2 losses. It's got me shocked. Dismayed, but mostly shocked. I cannot believe it. Am I looking at things? Yep, that's the Elgin. I didn't really need tags. I do have tags below, and I got the correct tags, but this one's so pale. I mean, I don't need tags. I could just tell by virtue of the appearance. This was the one I thought was harsh. Oh, I got to revisit this now. Woo, well, so that's the one with the strong flavor. Well, I got to reevaluate everything now. This got me so thrown off because I'm just thinking the raisin, the prune, the oddity, just the overall oddity of it. I'm not going to get it wrong again. 1 loss, I can live with that. Now I got 2 losses and 2 wins. Tell you what, my confidence level went from very high to just about 0. Kind of like the way Cincinnati's feeling with Joe Burrow getting hurt and being out for 3 months, which is basically the whole season. They went from probably optimistic to no hope. I've seen a lot of quarterbacks and pitchers get their careers wrecked by injuries. Pitching, well, I guess it's just the way they throw it and it hurt. You get hurt because of force. Quarterbacks is because they got usually no offensive line and they get killed. And it's because I was telling somebody at work yesterday, I said, that's the worst thing when you're the #1 draft pick in the NFL because you're going to go to the worst team. The team with the worst record, probably the worst management. And you're going to get no kind of offensive line, no protection, and the quarterback's going to get annihilated. And most of the time they don't pan out because it's not really their fault because they go into this wretched, horrible team. And some of these teams are like chronically bad. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're never good because they never they never operated correctly. But that's not our problem right now. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Did somebody sneak into my house and switch them out and have some kind of scientific chemical that drew out the color? I mean, where do I go? Who do I turn to? Is this a game? Is this All right, and let me taste this one. Come on. I need you in the picture. Jackie Gleason wants you in the picture. You're in the picture. All right. Okay. This does have the raisin. I'm starting to think golden raisin more than regular raisin. I'm starting to think those yellow raisins that you can get from Sun-Maid. Okay, golden raisins. Oh, and still prunes though. But it seemed lighter. Oh, I can't believe it. I cannot believe this. But it happened. It's here. This is reality. Like John Lennon said, that's reality. Right? And that's reality. So, dear friends, you'll just have to carry on. The dream is over. After this, I do dig a pony because I just can't believe it. But there's no but. It's just but it's happened. All right. So Glen Moray, I'm talking about the price I paid. I don't know what you'll have to pay. Probably much higher or a little bit higher. I paid $24.99 at Walmart, and if I keep nursing it along, it should last a good little while. Look, I got about a third, 33.67, 100. You heard what I said? 33.67, 100. Yeah. Doesn't quite work out that way. It's like 33 point and repeating. But we rounding off. Maybe they didn't come into. It would be 103 the way I just did that. All right, but anyway. But you know what I'm saying? 1/3. And some people say that's kind of a lower grade. I don't agree with that. I think it's just priced at a certain level, but I think it's a really great company. And do I want to try more of their products? Definitely. You better believe I do. I want to try all of them, but it's like if you wait 10 years, no, forget 10. If you wait 5 years, every 5 years are going to change. They're going to have a whole new lineup, seem like. So, I don't know. Just, if you see the 12-year age, buy it like that. Like, that's what I'm going to do. But Trader Joe's, well, I can't say it lost today because I'm sitting there talking bad about it. In a sense, in some way I was talking bad about it, but it actually was the better product. I have to admit that it was the better product. I got them wrong. I was so, this is smoother, it's lighter, has more delicate, it's more demure, and then I got it wrong. All right, Trader Joe's, y'all got me. $17.99. I guess I can't complain. But honestly, it's really Hamish Robertson because they're the ones that picked it for Trader Joe's. And they probably just picked it. Trader Joe's probably just told them, do this kind of product. A bourbon barrel, rum cask finish. And they said, okay. And they went and got it because this company has been in business since like 1909. And they probably told them, okay, we got this sample from this distillery, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You want to try it? You want your people to try it? They probably said, nah, man, that's why we contacted you. You're well known. Just bottle it, send it. We're going to sell it. People not going to complain for $17.99. I mean, that's what Trader Joe's does. We got these deals and that kind of stuff. Okay. And I'm not complaining. Sean Lewis says, good morning. Good morning to you, Sean. Late morning. I gotta mow the lawn. Man, it's just, I'm so reluctant to do it. It's so hot. It's like, it's like a torment. But it's probably good exercise and probably good for you to get out there and just push that mower, exert yourself, which I've been doing since I was 12. I started mowing lawns at 12. I would do it for other people. I used to charge My mother used to know a lot of people, so she would say, "Well, my son can cut it." And I didn't know anything about cutting grass, but I mean, I learned to do a very good job and be very efficient with it. But I did that for years, and didn't really bother me then. I would be out in the heat. It's like, when you're young, like 12, 13 years old, you could be in like the most extreme heat. You're just walking around like you don't care. But now it's like I'm looking at the sky. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go out in that heat. But I definitely don't want to pay somebody to do it. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be an invalid. I'm going to be an invalid before I pay somebody to do it. I mean, I'm telling you right now. But I bought a good mower from the Home Depot. It's light. It's not heavy. You can move it around. There's no heaviness to it, and it does mow great. I mean, I get that blade sharpened every year in December. It cuts it like such a smooth cut. And I use that pure gasoline. No more ethanol for me. I ruined too many lawnmowers with that ethanol. That stinking rotten ethanol. And but you see me tonight, I'd be worn out. I'll be out of it, exhausted. But that's okay, because the show must go on. Freddie Mercury said that, but oh wait, that's a bad example in a sense if you think about it. But that's it. All right. So next time I've got another product. Now I think I'll be just as overconfident with the next product, the Tomatin Legacy Dualcus, as they call it here. I paid like it was like $26.99 at Walmart. Don't worry, the price went way up over that. And I love that product. I love the Tomatin. They are a great distillery. They've been around for a long time, like the 1800s. They make great products. I've only tried this one. I want to try all the rest. And in my thinking, it's going to be a wipeout. Like I'm thinking Tomatin has no. I'm thinking Trader Joe's has no chance against Tomatin. This is my thinking. But after today, I could be totally off base. And who knows, maybe the Trader Joe's will beat Tomatin. But I can see it happening once as some kind of weird anomaly. But to keep happening, I can't imagine it. But we'll see. That's why, that's the risk of blind. You say, why you do these blind? You're just taking it upon yourself. You're asking for trouble. I agree on both counts. I am taking it upon myself, and I am asking for trouble. But I want to really see if I could tell these things apart. And the answer is many times I cannot. And I have a feeling that most people out there would have the same results regardless of what certificates they earned. But anyway, those trees are full of fruit. They got so many citrus fruits that it look like full of oranges. None of which I would want to eat because I don't like eating fruit. But boy, I tell you, people who love to eat oranges, boy, woo. They are just loaded. And my pecan tree is loaded with pecans. I can make it seem like a endless supply of pecan pies. But the squirrels, they eat those pecans. They are just so energized to eat those and hide them. They dig holes and hide them. I don't know. That's like a squirrel behavior. But anyway, all right. So sorry I got it wrong again. And I'll try to do better in the upcoming weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Yes. All right. Take care. And let's see. Any more liquor this week? I think, yeah, because we got Fandango Friday coming up tomorrow evening, 6:30 Eastern time. 5:30 my time. Any liquor or liqueur. And I have a very interesting liqueur, just hit the market maybe a month ago. I'll show it to you if you're interested. If you're not, we'll get off the video. So if you want to see what liqueur I have coming up, let me know once. Let me know twice. And gone. Well, you'll see it when it comes up assuming you watch the video. So But I'm very interested in that product. I'm thinking, I'm curious how that's going to taste. That's a different approach to it. Maybe not so different if you think about fall, what happens in fall, the fall season. But yeah, we'll look at that tomorrow night. And I don't know what the other people will bring. Probably Elbow will bring a tequila or mezcal, but he loves that stuff, you know. All right, take care, everybody. Bye bye.